Hi traders, this is Forex Nelson and I'm back again today with another A Trades. Today's date is December the 30th and I'm using my new Trigger Zones trading system. And just to let you know, yesterday I picked up a new headset as the microphone in my laptop started to malfunction. That's why I was having audio problems. Now I'm using my new Trigger Zones trading system on this day, and as I said, there's 8 trades. There was only one Forex pair, the rest were futures, indices, gold, silver, DAX. These are the ones that are paying a lot. Actually, I see one more pound pair in here, this pound dollar. Now all of these trades were taken directly from my daily trade plan. We can take a look at the daily trade plan. Here it is here. Now you can put this video on pause and you can check, and you'll see every one of them. There were buys, and every one up here except for one, gold here. I had to wait until the 4 hours started to look better, the charts, and once it started to look a little better, then I bought it, as I already had the 1 hour and the 30 minutes in my favor. Now if you're not trading with a daily trade plan as such, that is one of the main reasons why you are failing as a trader. You've got to be going in the direction of the higher time frames. Now, I ended up buying this trade plan from 3 different mentors over many years, mainly because I did not know how to put one of these together. But it was only in the past 12 months that I was getting it from one mentor, and he was good enough to explain how to do a trade plan properly. And actually I do touch on that subject, on how to build a daily trade plan within the recent, not this Trigger Zones, but one that's coming out in the new year. Like, in other words, in the new year, if you get the latest version of the Trigger family, I touch on the subject on how you can build your own daily trade plan. But it still took me 8 months to learn how to do it properly. This is not the easiest thing to do, but eventually, after you put in enough trades and enough chart time, you will learn how to do it like I did. So I also wanted to point out the fact that I do have a special that's going on just until the end of the month, which is tomorrow at midnight. If you're interested in this daily trade plan, if you buy 30, like 1 month, I'll give 2 weeks for free. So it's up to you. But as you can see, at least 90% of the predictions turned out perfect. So you definitely, as one trader who's buying this off of me, he's every day getting more than 100 pips. He says it's worth a lot more than $100. If you have any questions about this, just get in contact with me and I'll answer your questions. And I'll send out an email to everybody on my email list showing this special offer that ends at midnight tomorrow night. Okay, so let's get into these trades. So first one is the pound yen. So remember, I bought all of these, took the trades from before 7 to after 7, and one of them I even took later at 8:35. So remember, right around this vertical line, 6 o'clock in the morning, I'm drilling down the lights, producing my daily trade plan. And I I manually put in this arrow to remind me I want to be buying. Okay, here we go. Pound yen, took the trade here, went up, went down, went up. This is the way the market moves. Call it the cycle of the markets. But let's see, got in at this cursor, closed out the trade just being happy as it was hitting this resistance. And I closed out the trade, looks like with 13 pips. And 13 pips on the pound yen trade paid $1,129. Okay, moving on to the Russell. Keep in mind the Russell pays $10 a pip. Higher time frames suggested to buy. So that's exactly what I did. I bought it, went sideways. And by the way, I closed out the trade just before the opening bell at 9:20. And the only reason I really closed it out was because I was extremely happy. Well over 100 pips, 200 pips, and this is well over 300 pips. So could have made a lot more. And by the way, for you traders who love to get more pips, I have two excellent videos called How to Stay in the Trade for More Pips. So let's see where I got in at. Okay, yeah, I already put the arrow in there. Now remember, $10 a pip, so you can imagine if I was still in the trade, I'd probably be making 5 or 10 times more. But anyhow, I was happy at this point in time. Looks like with about 15, it has to be 15 pips because it's $10 a pip, and those 15 pips paid out $1,500. Let's see. That's 173, so that would have been about 17,000. Would have been a lot more, just like I said. Love trading futures. Pound dollar, let's see where I got in at. Pound dollar, bought it, there's the arrow. Did qualify for a great way to trade. Did a move up, did a pullback. I knew it would go up again because the higher time frames was telling me that. And these are all things that you're going to have to learn as a trader. Close it out, looks like with 20 pips here. It's still trying to break the top, but I was happy with those 20 pips. And 20 pips, and on the pound dollar, remember, if the dollar is in it, in the equation, it pays $10 a pip. 20 pips times 10 lots is paid out $2,000. Moving right along to the S&P 500. This one pays only $5 a pip. So, let's see. This big wick right here, if I'm not mistaken, that is the 9:30 opening bell, 9:30 a.m. New York time. Look at that, how it spiked up and down. So you got to be aware of the opening bell. Let's see where I got in at. Went back down, went back up, and I knew it was going to go because the higher time frames was telling me so. But it was struggling with this resistance, this resistance, this resistance, went a little bit higher. That's just the way the market flows. Now, remember with these instruments here, a 10 or 20 pip stop will not hold. So that's why it's very important you have a good trading plan telling you which way the market's going to go. So let's see, $5 a pip, 44. That would be about right, because 4 times 5 is 20, 44. Okay, that's 44 pips and change. And those 44 pips on the S&P 500 paid $2,250. Don't let anybody tell you you cannot trade bank holidays, Christmas, New Year's holidays. The only 2 days you should really seriously think about it is Christmas Eve and New Year's Eve, as the market has a tendency of shutting down before the 4 or 5 p.m. New York time. Some of these pairs was shutting down around 1 p.m. But and that's New York time. But I'm not trading at that time. As you can see, I closed out all the trades 11:20, 11. Let's see, 9:20. Sorry about that. Around 9:30. So my day is done usually between 9 and 10 a.m. New York time. Okay, Dow Jones. Let's see. Dow Jones. Here we go. Another one I bought. There's the arrow. Qualified for a great way to trade. The TZ indicator, by the way, this is like an unbelievable indicator. I've gone as far as saying it's a magic indicator. And that, on top of my trigger system, I got to the point of calling it the Holy Grail trading system, because day in and day out, I'm producing 100, 200, 300. Today will be well over 400 pips. So what would you call a system when you can trade holidays? You can trade anytime. The market is open. It is tradable. So Dow Jones, keep that in mind. This magic indicator, the trigger zones, it really helps to find the beginning of the up and down cycles within the market, which will allow you to easily trade all 3 trading sessions 24 hours a day. I call that the flow of the market. Now, it's always much, much better to be trading within the first 1 to 3 hours when the market opens, going in the direction of the higher time frame. That's why it's very important you have a daily trade plan. Let's see where I got in at. Opening bell was right here, 9:30. Got in, and I just closed it out being happy with, let's see, Dow Jones pays $5 a pip. So 64 times 5, that would be right around, correct? 64, I believe, 64 approximately. 64 pips paid out on the Dow Jones, $3,250. Just to remind you again, I'm on vacation in Colombia, and I'm using a monitor. It's not my monitor, and sometimes the visibility is not the sharpest, so sometimes I'm struggling a little bit trying to read everything on this monitor here. Anyhow, not a big deal. We will still get through this video. Gold. Let's run a check on gold here. Okay, now gold, I remember correctly, gold. Yeah, I had to wait a little bit for this H4 time frame to look a little bit better, to go in proper alignment with the 30 minutes and the 1 hour, and then I knew it was time to buy. So let's see where I got in at. Right here it wasn't lined up, but by the time it moved over here, the next 4-hour candle completed. Should have just waited for the pullback, but no big deal. I knew it was going to go up, and exactly what it did. Producing, look at that, rate perfect, gold, $10 a pip, 36.1 times all the lots works out to be exactly $3,610. Moving right along to silver. These last two pays a lot per pip or tick. Let's see, silver. keep in mind that silver pays $50 a pip. Bring that data with the blue box in. Let's drag and drop this up. I was 95% sure, very sure it's going to go up. So let's see. Silver, right there, got out at this point being happy, and that would be exactly right. 12 pips. Remember, you don't need very many pips or ticks. 12 no matter which way you look at it, because 12 times 50 is 600 times 10 lots. That ended up paying out on silver $6,000. Okay, moving on to the last instrument, which is the DAX 30. This one pays, if you do one standard lot, it's $3.75, but because I do 10, it worked out to pays out $37.50 a pip. This one I'm going to drop it. Well, let's drag and drop this up. Higher time frames was saying to buy. The cycle was perfect. Saying to buy right here. There's the arrow. That's exactly what it did. Bought it. Let's go down to the 5 minutes because every little pip represents a lot of money. Bring the blue box in properly. Got in at that cursor and I closed it out. Just being happy. Happy with, looks like 400. I would have to use a calculator on that. 400. Let's run a calculator. Let's see how far I'm off by. 400 times 37, 50. Well, look at that. We're bang right on. $15,000. So, remember, DAX pays a lot. And if you freak out doing the pound pairs, don't do silver or DAX. Because you got to be on the right side of the dinner plate or you're going to lose. So that's 400 pips. So let's see. Exactly what I said. $15,000. So I just did the math, added up everything, all the pips and ticks. It worked out to be 604 pips and ticks, and those 604 pips paid $34,739. So if your system is not producing on a daily basis like my trigger zone system, well, I suggest you get your hands on it, and you really should get your hands on this daily trade plan. This is very important. So if you want to get some more information, quite simple. All you got to do is, let's lower that down. You'll see this right up, right below this video. It's a trigger zone system. I do charge $250 for it, and I teach how to trade the flow of the market. And this magic indicator does all the work and the calculations and the predictions for me. Makes my trading super easy and a lot of fun. Now my system has 5 gigabytes of training, and you'll get an exact copy of my system on your MT4 platform. Included are 9 MT4 templates, 10 custom indicators, and my favorite meter. I threw in a lot of PDF books, a lot of Word documents, and 9 bonus videos. This is just all bonus stuff with a lot of education, which really should help you to find success at trading the markets. Now there's a lot of ways to trade. I do teach a lot of ways to trade. That's why I did 50 training videos. My number one way is a great way to trade, and this right where this cursor is what the chart should look like when I'm buying. Perfect example. Now we're running short of time, so just put this video on pause and read everything here. If you have any questions at all, simple, just pick up the phone and call me. If you live too far, simple again, just send me an email. Remember, there's an underscore here. I really do prefer Skype, and If you click on this link right here, we will have Skype connection, and through Skype screen sharing, I'll give you a free session, answer your questions, give you some tips and tricks on how to trade. I will show you whichever trigger system you want to see. And keep in mind that I do all of that with no obligation to you. Now if you click on this link right here, you'll see 35 screenshots of all the trigger systems I've been building over the years. So it's time to wrap up this video, and if you like the video, please give it a thumbs up and please subscribe to my YouTube channel. And until the next video and next trading day, I'm not too sure about tomorrow. I'll have to analyze the charts, and I'm 50-50 right now because tomorrow is like the day before New Year's. I'm expecting it's still tradable, just to let you know, but I may take the day off. It just depends on the schedule and what I'm doing around here early in the morning. So until the next video, good luck with your trading, and remember to keep yourself and your family safe. Okay, bye for now.